This video is sponsored by VIPSCDKey.com. VIPSCDKey.com is a marketplace website where you can purchase game keys and software keys with no hassle. VIPSCDKey.com offers a legit Windows 10 key for only $22 and Windows 11 key for $32. This is the same keys I use on my PC builds. But to make it more awesome, they'll be giving another 25% discount. Just type our coupon code XTNC. To get it for only $16 for Windows 10 key and $23 for Windows 11 key. You now have your legit Windows 10 or 11 key license all set, but in a more affordable price. If you're in the Philippines, purchasing is very easy. You can use PayPal or Maya. Visit VIPSCDK.com now. I'll put the link in the video description below. So thank you VIPSCDK.com for sponsoring this video.
Most likely, nag-build na kayo ng gaming PC na nasa budget range ng 30,000 to 50,000 pesos. Pero bigla mong naalala na kailangan mo din i-upgrade ang monitor mo na perfect for 1080p gaming, may 180Hz refresh rate at syempre, galing sa reputable brand pero pasok sa budget. Well, baka ito na ang gaming monitor para sa'yo. Introducing the Asus TUF VG259Q3A gaming monitor na price below 10,000 pesos. So, paano nga ba performance ito sa gaming at sulit ba talaga sa presyo? Yan ang alamin natin dito sa video.
Pero bago ang lahat, tingnan muna natin kung ano ang nasa loob ng box. Merong 1 DisplayPort cable, 1 HDMI cable, power cord, quick start guide, and a warranty card. May screws para sa stand assembly, monitor stand, and of course, the monitor itself. The Asus TUF Gaming VG259Q3A monitor features a 24.5-inch Full HD display with a fast IPS type panel, offering an impressive 180Hz refresh rate and a response time as low as 1 millisecond gray to gray. It includes Asus Extreme Low Motion Blur or ELMB technology to minimize ghosting and motion blur, ensuring smooth visuals. Additionally, the monitor supports AMD FreeSync and adapted sync technologies, which helps reduce screen tearing for more seamless gaming experience. Connectivity-wise, the monitor has 2 HDMI 2.0 ports, a DisplayPort 1.2 port, and an earphone jack for speaker-headphone pass-through. May built-in 2-watt stereo speakers then on both sides for some audio listening as well. Other features are mostly gaming focused, such as the Asus Variable Overdrive technology, which allows the display to dynamically alter its overdrive setting as frame rates fluctuate, which promises optimal results for any game, giving a much better visual result. There's also the Asus Shadow Boost technology, which helps to clarify dark areas in games without exposing brighter areas, improving overall viewing and making it easier to spot hidden enemies or items in dark areas of the map. Also, there's a Game Visual and Game Plus feature like crosshairs, FPS counters, and timers, both of which offers enhancements to the game experience, as well as the display widget center, which lets the user change the monitor settings with a mouse. No need to access the OSD menu. We've also noticed that you can enable variable refresh rate and ELMB at the same time. You just have to choose between VRR and ELMB. When VRR is enabled, grayed out yung ELMB option sa ESD. And when ELMB is enabled, you also can control the brightness on your monitor as it will do the trick to reduce ghosting and medyo magdidim ng konti yung display. When it comes to the monitor's design, there isn't much to highlight. The front features minimal details with thin bezels and an Asus logo at the bottom. At the back, it follows the typical Asus TUF design language, including some vents at the top for heat dissipation and a VESA mount for those who prefer using a monitor arm or wall mounting. As for the monitor stand, while it's straightforward to install, I found the ergonomic adjustment option to be very limited. It lacks height, swivel, and rotation adjustments, offering only a tilt range of approximately 23 degrees backward and -5 degrees forward. If you need more flexibility for achieving the best viewing angle, investing in a monitor arm is essential. In terms of dimensions, the monitor measures approximately 55.9 cm in width, 40 cm in height with the stand, and 17.4 cm in depth with the stand. In terms of color accuracy, this monitor claims 99% coverage of the sRGB color space, although it has lower scores with Adobe RGB at just 77% and DCI-P3 coverage of only 78%. So don't expect this monitor to be used for creative work, lalo na kung color sensitive or pro level ang mga projects nyo. And in terms terms of ghosting naman, we've tested using blur busters or also known as UFO test. We can see na kapag walang ELMB and variable refresh rate lang at variable OD set to level 5, there's a visible ghosting in our UFOs. While when ELMB is turned on, we've noticed na the ghosting on the image is drastically reduced, which is okay since in most games hindi mo na mahalata yun. Kaya I recommend turning on ELMB. And testing the input lag using our OSLTT or open source latency testing tool, for the on-display lag, we only have an average of 4.67 millisecond, which is already pretty good. And also factoring all the others in this graph like USB polling delay and render times, we would have an average total input lag of 7.3 milliseconds, which is still good in my opinion. On the brightness side, this monitor reached a max peak of 303 nits during our tests. So not really that bright, but it's still very good for indoor gaming use. And for the power consumption, it surprisingly peaked at around 98.7 watt with 100% brightness and at 100% volume set to the speakers. Although in ideal setting, hindi nyo ito need iset to the maximum brightness level as always, especially when in darker rooms. In my opinion, the Asus TUF VG259Q3A is a solid option kung ang hanap nyo ay 1080p na purely gaming monitor na may high refresh rate at 180Hz and maybe for some productivity work and on a budget of less than 10,000 pesos. Performance-wise, it excels in gaming, offering smoother motion compared to lower refresh rate displays. I highly recommend enabling features like ELMB as it effectively reduces ghosting in many games and applications. Madali din i-drive ito on its peak potential since 1080p resolution lang ito and most gaming systems with a budget of between 30 to 50,000 is enough to drive it to its full potential.